The shooting last night that left those two children dead is Delano Police Chief Robert Navarez. Chief, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
So let's just go over what happened. This is, of course, a tragedy in Delano. Can you give us, what is the latest on the investigation as we all wake up this morning?
Well, about 7:20 last night, we received a 911 call in regards to a shooting in our city. Officers arrived rather quickly and found 5 victims from gunshot wounds. Unfortunately, 2 of those have passed. As you reported earlier, those 2 were females, both 11 and 12 years old. And this is obviously very tragic and something that we're going to be working on starting this morning and putting together a plan to stop this senseless violence.
It has been a violent year so far in Kern County. I know that Delano has already had a few homicides this year as well. And this has been a concern that your community has really talked about over the last several years. There was that town hall just back in October where the department held, was talking to the community about the concerns. What is your concern as we continue to see this violence in Delano?
Well, one of my biggest concerns, and has been in all of these, is that we just have a failure of cooperation from the community. Last night, again, this is another shooting where many of the persons that were present are failing to cooperate with the police, and it makes it very difficult for us to solve these cases and break up this cycle of violence. But that said, we do have tools at our disposal to be addressing those, and we will, like I said, start this morning on that. But it's just senseless. It's tragic. This doesn't make any sense. There's no reason for anybody to die, but particularly an 11 and 12-year-old girl.
We had officers last night tell us that it does appear to be gang-related. Why do you say that? What is the information that you have that makes it appear to be gang-related?
Well, it's a hallmark gang-style shooting. The suspect arrived in a tan, either Toyota Corolla or Camry. According to some witnesses, one of the persons got out of the vehicle and went into the yard area and began firing, and then quickly left. And this style, this MO, if you will, is consistent with a gang-style shooting.
With 5 people shot, it seems to be that this was a gathering of some sort. Do we know if this was a house party? Were several families gathered to celebrate the 4th of July, or were they just simply together?
That we don't know. We do know that there was a gathering at the residence. There were a lot of people there. However, we don't know what the reason was for their coming together last night.
And is it safe to say that it was just a random shooting? When we were talking about a drive-by shooting and so many people were shot, was it just a spray of gunfire?
No, this was intentional. This was targeted. The person got out and went towards the victims. I'm not sure if there was perhaps some mistaken identity that we're still trying to piece together, but this was not a random person driving by and just firing indiscriminately. They were firing at the persons that were gathered at this residence.
All right, Chief Robert Navarez, Delano Police Chief Robert Navarez, thanks so much for joining us and giving us an update. Unfortunately, again, the new update this morning is that an 11 and 12-year-old or 11 and 12-year-old girls were killed in this shooting. 3 others hurt. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.